Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're unboxing the hidden truths behind those incredibly tempting buy now, pay later checkout buttons you're seeing literally everywhere online. You know the ones, you've probably even clicked them. But today, we're pulling back the curtain to see exactly how they operate behind the scenes.
Okay, picture this. It's a highly relatable checkout scenario. You're shopping online, you've got this gorgeous 5,000 rupee jacket sitting in your cart, and right at checkout, you're hit with the choice. Drop the full 5,000 right now, or just pay $12.50 a week for 4 weeks. No interest, no hidden fees. Most of us are instantly tempted by that weekly option, right? It just feels easier. It softens the blow to our wallets, and hey, zero upfront cost. And honestly, that temptation works incredibly well. A massive 40% of Gen Z relies on these buy now, pay later or BNPL services every single week. It has completely normalized a totally new way of spending. But when nearly half a generation is using a financial product that often, we've really got to ask, what is the actual cost of all this convenience? Section 1, the buy now illusion. Tempting but tricky. Let's look past the shiny, super user-friendly exteriors of popular apps like Simple, LazyPay, and ZestMoney. What's actually happening when you click that button? Well, BNPL is perfectly designed to look like a total win-win for your wallet. I mean, you get instant approval, usually with zero hard credit checks. You pay no interest if you're on time. You get your stuff instantly for 0 rupees up front, and the minimum payments are sometimes as absurdly low as 99 rupees. It feels like free money. The company makes their cut from merchant fees and you get your items. Simple, right? Well, actually, scratch that. Here is where the illusion completely shatters. If you miss a payment on a regular credit card, you usually just get hit with a late fee. Annoying? Yes, but contained. BNPL, though, many of these providers directly report missed payments to the credit bureaus. They will literally attack your credit score for amounts as small as 100 rupees. It is a completely disproportionate punishment for a tiny oversight. Which brings us to Section 2, the hidden credit trap. Your score at risk. This right here is the core danger of the BNPL Trojan horse. These might seem like harmless microloans, but they can silently destroy your long-term financial health. See, while there's no hard inquiry when you first sign up, the rules change the exact second you miss a payment. It attacks your CIBIL score in 3 main ways. First, a single delayed payment stays on your report for 7 whole years, dropping your score by 50 to 100 points. Second, BNPL is treated as unsecured credit, so heavy use spikes your credit utilization, dragging your score down. And third, loan stacking. Let's pause and define that, because loan stacking is incredibly deceptive. This happens when you have 3 or 4 BNPL loans running at the exact same time across different apps. A pizza on Simple, shoes on LazyPay, a phone on Amazon Pay Later. Managing all those active plans simultaneously basically removes your safety net. It massively increases your chances of dropping the ball. And when you miss one, huge red flag for future lenders. To put that into perspective, let's look at a real-life example. A college student in Mumbai was using BNPL for small stuff, food, movie tickets. Well, she missed a tiny payment of just 400 rupees on Simple, simply because she forgot the due date. Just 400 rupees. Fast forward 2 years later, that tiny 400 rupee oversight morphed into a shocking extra cost of 1,20,000 rupees. When she finally applied for a car loan, her plummeted credit score meant she was slapped with an interest rate 4% higher than a friend who had the exact same income. Let's map out that timeline, because it proves just how catastrophic the hidden tax of a single missed BNPL payment can be. Day 1. She misses the 400 rupee payment. Month 1, her CIBL score tanks from a healthy 760 down to 680. Year 2, she applies for the car loan and gets hit with that 4% penalty. By year 7, the lifespan of the loan, she's paid 1.2 lakh extra, all from a 400 rupee mistake. Crazy, right? Moving to Section 3, why it feels free. The psychology of BNPL. So why do we keep falling for this trap? Why casually buy a 15,000 rupee phone on installments instead of just waiting until we have the cash? It is all about psychology. BNPL platforms are absolute masterclasses in exploiting something called present bias. This is a cognitive bias where we overvalue immediate rewards and severely undervalue future costs. By flashing a checkout screen that says pay 99 rupees today, these apps completely remove the friction of spending. They bypass our natural financial defenses, erase the guilt, and literally trick our brains into perceiving the item is almost free. And you know what?
The data backs this up perfectly. Studies show people spend 30 to 40% more when using BNPL compared to when they're forced to pay upfront with cash. When the pain of paying is pushed out and distributed into the future, we naturally just justify buying way more expensive things, or honestly, just buying more things in general.
Section 4, Rules for Safe Spending. Use BNPL wisely.
Look, BNPL isn't inherently evil. It can actually be a great tool for an emergency, like if your laptop suddenly dies and you need it for work right now. But to use it safely, you need a rock-solid defense strategy. If you take absolutely nothing else away from this explainer, let this golden rule dictate every single online purchase you make from now on. Never BNPL anything that you cannot pay for in full from your bank account today. If the cash isn't sitting in your bank account right now, you cannot afford it, period, even if the app says you can. To put that golden rule into practice, treat these strict safety guidelines as your personal financial playbook. First, cap your BNPL budget at 5% of your take-home pay. Second, don't trust your memory. Automate those reminders or turn on auto debit so you never miss a due date. Third, strictly limit yourself to just 2 active plans at any time to avoid that loan stacking trap. Fourth, only use this for absolute needs, never for wants. And finally, be proactive. Ask their customer support directly if they report late payments to Siebel. If they do, you need to treat that app with the exact same respect as a traditional credit card. Section 5, Damage Control Plan. Missed a payment?
All right, let's be real here. We're all human. What if you've already slipped up? Maybe you missed a payment last week and you're watching this right now feeling a knot in your stomach. First off, don't panic. But whatever you do, do not ignore it. A missed payment doesn't magically disappear. Follow this exact chronological action plan. Number 1, pay it immediately. Stop the bleeding. Number 2, contact the provider right away. Some will actually waive the credit reporting if you settle up within 15 days. Number 3, check your Siebel, OneScore, or credit report to assess the damage. Number 4, keep the account open and start rebuilding your score with a long streak of on-time payments. And 5, write a goodwill letter asking them to remove the late mark. If you're a first-time offender, this works more often than you think. As we wrap up, I want you to run through this final checkout checklist before your very next BNPL purchase. Ask yourself, can I pay the full amount from my bank account right now? Do I have enough room in my monthly budget? Is this a genuine need, not just a want? And have I set a reminder for the due date? If you answer no to literally any of these, be disciplined and just walk away. Which leaves us with one final question to ponder. Is the brief convenience of tapping pay later really worth risking your future financial freedom? Because as we've seen today, that tiny little button carries a massive amount of weight. Share this explainer with a friend who might be blindly tapping that BNPL button without knowing the risks. Because taking charge of your financial knowledge today, that is absolutely going to save you from a massive, stressful mistake tomorrow. Thanks for learning with me today, and stay smart out there.